So, season 1 of The Mandalorian is now over, and I gotta say, it ended with a banger of an episode right here. So, yeah, I absolutely enjoyed this chapter 8 of season 1, the last episode of this season. So, now we have to wait all the way for season 2, which I don't know when it comes. But I am reviewing this episode of The Mandalorian, Chapter 8, what was it called? Redemption, I think. So, yeah, let's go straight to it. So, we see that the episode starts out with a couple scout troopers talking to each other. Of course, it's the scout troopers that ended up killing Quill and taking Baby Yoda. And I actually really like the conversation. It's just like, it made the scout troopers or stormtroopers in general feel kind of more human. So they always felt human, but this one you kind of felt like you didn't really felt something for them because they have Baby Yoda, and you see the one scout trooper trying to pat him, pat him on the head, of course, or trying to keep him quiet, of course, when he's in his little messenger bag. But we see that, and yeah, just seeing that, I think I just really liked it because it shows that these stormtroopers, they're regular people. They seem like regular people. So yeah, we saw that, and I think one of the scout troopers actually sounded like Jason Sudeikis. I don't know. I haven't looked at the cast list for this episode, but it sounded like Jason Sudeikis. So I don't know. It could be him. Could be, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it sounded like him. So yeah, but I like that scene, and then, of course IG-11 comes into the picture and just takes out them, which is absolutely nuts. And see IG-11 in action again is awesome. So IG-11 taking out the scout troopers was cool. And then he rides into the town on Navarro on the speeder bike, which is probably the most badass droid thing I've ever seen since K2SO did all of his magic in Rogue One. So yeah, that was pretty awesome seeing IG-11 in action a lot of this episode, which I thought was going to happen, guaranteed. And it did end up happening in this episode, which, yeah, he had a lot to do with this episode, which I really liked. And IG-11, I think, could be my favorite droid next to K2SO. I don't know. So, yeah, he was pretty awesome in this episode. So, yeah, so he goes into town, saves Amando, saves Grief Karga, saves Cara Dune, who were all, they were all kind of pinned down in that one little cantina. So, yeah, after Moff Gideon and the Death Troopers, the Death Troopers just shot up the whole place and killed their own men, which was pretty crazy. So yeah, we saw that. And of course, we see that the Mando gets taken out when they're all fighting, and he gets taken out by Moff Gideon, which, yeah, Moff Gideon kind of had the edge, on him when he kind of got him by surprise. So we see the Mando is down, and he looks like he's gonna die. We know he's not gonna die. This show's called The Mandalorian, but here we see the only time the Mando takes off his helmet, and we do indeed see it is Pedro Pascal in the helmet, of course. Which I know there's been stuff going around that, yeah, he's not in the suit pretty much most of the time in filming these episodes. But he definitely was in the suit, at least a portion of the time for this last episode. So it was good to see that. And of course, with IG-11 saving his life with, I think it was I forgot what it was called, the Bacta medicine he has. So yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. And the relationship between the Mando and IG-11 was, I think, pretty good in this episode. I mean, it goes comparing it to the last episode, and then of course the first episode where he shoots IG-11 in the head, of course, to save Baby Yoda. So I thought that was pretty cool, seeing IG-11 saving the Mando in that moment. And of course we saw Baby Yoda, I forgot to mention Baby Yoda and the Flame Trooper going squaring up against each other, and he just takes out the Flame Trooper. That was crazy, and we knew we had to see one last Baby Yoda moment using the Force, and that's where we got it for this episode. So yeah, so we also see flashbacks in this episode. Of course, we see flashbacks of pretty much the whole thing that went down with the Mandalorian and him getting saved by, well, his name is Din Djarin, and he got saved by the Mandalorians. And we only saw glimpses of that before in like episode 2, I think. So I think we saw this, like, the full thing go down, and of course the Mandalorian saving him, which is pretty cool. I like that. So we saw, yeah, that's awesome, seeing the Mandalorian save Din at a young age, which is pretty cool. So we knew that was, I knew pretty much that was, he was pretty much saved by the Mandalorians. He even like said it in like I think episode 4 also. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. So they escape. They go down to the armorer, who's the only one left of the Mandalorians there. So yeah, it looks like some of the Mandalorians got killed or some of them fled, and we see all the armor in like a pile, of course. But of course, the armor gives the Din his jetpack. So yeah, he gets a jetpack for the first time here in the season, which is pretty awesome. So we see him use it later, but I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, but I want to talk about the fight scene, of course, with the armorer, because she has like several stormtroopers approach her, and she takes them all out, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, maybe we'll see. I think we'll see definitely more of the armorer in this, like, in the next season, because yeah, I was kind of hoping she wouldn't die, because yeah, she's got a cool, her voice is pretty cool. I think her name is the actress's name is Emily Swallow. So yeah, she, without showing her face, is pretty good in this, pretty good this season, in the 2 episodes or 2 or 3 episodes she's in. I think she's in at least 2 of them. So I thought, okay, she was pretty good in this season. I know during the fight scene, I think it's probably definitely a stunt person. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah. So of course we go to the Mando, Grief, Kara, they all escape on that little boat that's gonna kind of controlled by a astromech droid with legs and arms, which is okay. That's the first time I've ever seen that. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a episode of anything Star Wars related. So I thought that was pretty cool to see. I guess a little tidbit in there. But of course, they all are gonna go out, and of course, stormtroopers are there waiting for them, and stormtroopers are waiting for them to come by so they can take them out. So without anywhere else to go, IG-11 decides he has to sacrifice himself to save them and Baby Yoda. And of course, we see that scene, of course, where he recognizes that the Mando is kind of sad that he's gonna have to sacrifice himself, of course, because the Mando's kind of talking to him, trying to talk him out of it. But IG-11 knows it's the only way to save them, and he does. He does the thing he does, and it's great seeing the Mando care about this droid, because he's all about, he hates droids because droids came and killed his parents on his home planet before he was saved by the Mandalorians. So that's why, of course, he's hating droids, and especially he hated IG-11 because he wanted to kill Baby Yoda first, and of course when after Quill reprogrammed him, now he all wanted to care about him. He was pretty much his nursing droid, which was pretty awesome. But to see him sacrifice himself using the detonation, of course, of course, what he was gonna do in the first episode. So we saw that, and of course he takes out all the stormtroopers, including himself. So yeah, it's kind of sad to see, because I wanted to see maybe more IG-11 in the future. We're probably gonna see another droid in Mandalorian. We're definitely gonna probably see another droid, but to see IG-11, I thought was pretty cool. I think with what's his name, Taika Waititi, who directed the episode, I think he directed this episode well, and I think he also voiced IG-11 pretty well in the episode. So I thought, he did a pretty good job with IG-11, and it was kind of a nice send off for that droid, even though I did want more of him. So but that's not it for the episode, of course, because Moff Gideon comes rolling in, or flying in with his TIE fighter, and we see the Mando use his jetpack for the first time, and he just has that one-on-one with Moff, of course, and then of course takes him out, and you see Moff Gideon go crashing down, and of course I knew he wasn't dead, because they didn't show him die. And we have to have Moff Gideon. We have to have Giancarlo Esposito for this, for the next season. So I really didn't want him to die in this episode, because I wanted to definitely see more of him. So yeah, so of course the Mando it takes off with Baby Yoda, and it's pretty awesome to see. I know. I hope, of course, I see him with connecting more with Cara Dune and Grief in the next season. So yeah, but he takes off by himself, possibly to try to find Baby Yoda's home planet, which is pretty much Dagobah. So yeah, and of course the armor in the Mandalorian armor. She also mentioned Jedi's in the episode too, which is pretty cool, I guess, to hear. So yeah, so we see the Mando take off, and of course he kind of, I guess he buries Quill and kind of lays a little like memorial to him with his like little helmet. So I thought a little helmet cap or something like that. So I thought that was nice. You gotta they had to recognize it somehow in this episode. I thought that would have been pretty cool. But I think it would have been better actually to go bury him in his home planet where he lives. That would have probably been better. But yeah, I guess what they did in this episode was pretty cool. So yeah, back to Moff Gideon though. So at the end of the episode, we see Moff Gideon. Jawas are trying to ransack his ship, but Moff Gideon, he gets out of his TIE fighter, but he uses it by using a dark saber, which is the first time we've seen that in live action. So we've seen it in the Clone Wars, we've seen it in Rebels, but him having the dark saber, that is pretty awesome to see in live action form. That was absolutely awesome to see. So yeah, so going into that, it seems like Moff Gideon, of course, we knew in the episode that the Mandalorian said that he went to the home planet where Din, I guess, grew up and took them out, of course. But I guess he went to a Mandalorian, like the Mandalore maybe, and that's how I get the dark saber or something. So yeah, so that'll probably be explained in the next season, and we'll see probably Moff Gideon a lot in next season, which will be pretty awesome. Yeah, we need an explanation. We need an explanation of how he got that dark saber. So yeah, that was pretty crazy to see to end this season. And overall, the season I think was well done. I mean, I don't think it was perfect. It wasn't perfect at all. I think there were episodes that were just great, and then of course there were episodes like 4 and 5 that were like, I mean, they weren't the greatest. I mean, I was okay with them, but they weren't I didn't really care for them that much. And I think, of course, people complained about not having an overarching story for the entirety of this season. And yeah, I was kind of feeling that way at first. I think going back to think about it, I think those episodes in the middle helped you know more about the Mandalorian and Din Djarin. And I thought, okay, those episodes kind of served a purpose a little bit. And of course, I hope the next season is probably one overarching story. But yeah, I mean, episode 4 and 5 were probably the weakest. I mean, episode 6 is pretty good, even though it wasn't part of the story, but just seeing that episode with like him, like with the other characters in that prison, I thought that was a pretty cool episode as well. But yeah, overall, I would probably give this first season of The Mandalorian probably I don't know. Let's go with a 9 out of 10. I'm kind of feeling a little bit generous here, but 9 out of 10 because there are episodes that are just great. Like episode 3, like last episode, and like this final episode. I mean, I thought we're done pretty well. So I think, yeah, can't wait for season 2 of The Mandalorian. Hopefully it's just as good. I mean, they got this first season rolling pretty strong. I thought, yeah, hopefully this, like the next season's like just as good, and if not even better. So yeah, I don't know when that will come out, because like, of course you have to take the effects that they have in the show. They have to get them right, and of course I guess the season 2 could come out in like November of next year, which the season came out. But I don't know, it could take long. I don't know, but I know they're already filming it, so hopefully we don't have to wait too long for it. So yeah, of course Obi-Wan series is gonna be in the future also, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So yeah, overall, really enjoyed season 1 of The Mandalorian, and I'll probably go back and rewatch it. Yeah, I'll probably go rewatch every episode, just binge watch it all. That's all I definitely have to do. So yeah, but yeah, tell me what you thought about season 1 of The Mandalorian. What was your favorite episode? What did you think about the finale? So yeah, tell me down below in the comment section all those, and you could stay on my channel for more, I guess go back to watch my other Mandalorian reviews and my other Star Wars stuff. I reviewed the Rise of Skywalker spoilers, so I thought, yeah, you can go check out that video if you want. So yeah, and until next time, I will see you folks later. And yeah, this is the way.